Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. And I have to pinch myself sometimes about whether it's true that Charlie is a friend of mine. I would say that most of the things I have learned from Charlie Munger and from Warren Buffett has been from what is in the public domain, what they have written about and what they have spoken about. There's a very rich amount of information that they have tried to share and educate investors around the world, and not just how to invest, but also how to lead a great life. I think what the most I learned from Charlie Munger was not so much with what he was saying. It was more by observing him, kind of how is he interacting with his kids? He has 8 kids. How is he interacting with the spouses of those kids? How is he interacting with the grandchildren? And now he even has great-grandchildren. And how does he interact with his friends, with his business partners, with his fishing buddy, and so on. So when I observe Charlie, and also in terms of how he spends his day and what he focuses on and so on, I think those things taught me a lot. They taught me a lot more than just, I would say that most of the lessons that we can learn from Charlie Munger or Warren Buffett, I think in books like Poor Charlie's Almanac or The Making of an American Capitalist by Roger Lowenstein, these books do a great job of explaining these men and what they're all about to us. I got the kind of the human qualities more from just observing him. And I think while he comes across sometimes at the Berkshire meeting as being very blunt and maybe with a somewhat harsh exterior, he has a beautiful heart. He is a very warm and loving person. He is a very rational person. He lives a very simple life. Warren Buffett lives in the same home he used to live in 1954. So for 67 years, he's in the same home. In the case of Charlie Munger, he's in the same home since the early 1960s, maybe 64, 65, like 58, almost 60 years in the same home. And it's a home that he designed, and all his children grew up in that home and so on. So I think the biggest lessons I've learned from Charlie have really not been what he has said to me, though he has said many amazing things to me. I think it's just observing how he interacts and goes about his life. And I think that taught me a lot.